First world countries are beginning to administer a third vaccination to further combat variants of COVID-19. However, many of the struggling countries do not have enough first-round vaccinations. In the end, it's these countries that will be heavily impacted by the variants.
We are preparing for the possibility of a third vaccination shot to boost efficacy.
The most severe hit region suffering from COVID-19 right now is the state of Selangor, and the state government has already announced the possibility of administering a third vaccination for its residents, while the health minister, Khairi bin Jamaluddin, states he's planning a committee of experts to discuss and evaluate the need for a third booster vaccination. However, virologist Dr. Chi Hui-yi believes that Malaysia doesn't need such booster shots right now.
It's not really everyone that needs a third booster shot. It's best saved for those who are in most danger of catching it, such as frontline workers or some elderly people who experience a rapid loss of antibodies, and others who might have special health problems that may need a third booster shot to enhance their antibodies. Because only when others are safe will we all be safe. The most important is really to get that second shot to everyone.
As the coronavirus continues to plague the world, many of the affluent countries are beginning to administer a third booster shot. Meanwhile, Israel, who has always been on the forefront of vaccination, has prepared their citizens for a possibility of a fourth booster shot. Yet, the World Health Organization is reminding those countries to hold off on booster shots in general, because there are still many countries who are not vaccinated yet.
Far too many countries in every region of the world are seeing sharp spikes in cases and hospitalization. Vaccine nationalism, where a handful of nations have taken the lion's share, is morally indefensible and an ineffective public health strategy against the respiratory virus.
Dr. Chi also believes that if the poorer countries are not protected by the vaccine, then it gives the virus more chances to mutate. Looking at the current vaccination strength, even if boosters are added, it's still not enough to combat new variants.
We say the earth is round, and if you get a third booster shot to increase your own immunity against the Delta variant, you should know that when Delta reaches over there and it multiplies, it might mutate to Lambda or other new variants we don't know about yet. Thus, our current vaccination is no longer able to fight off the virus.
The best way to eradicate this virus is to achieve herd immunity, and not just a portion of people being vaccinated. Only when we are all vaccinated can we stop the virus from mutating. As much of the state has over 50% of the population vaccinated, the government is considering lifting their pandemic measures. Despite that, Kedah and Penang are still less than 50% vaccinated. If the country as a whole opens up earlier, then that might affect other areas. This is why even those who have been fully vaccinated should still keep to pandemic measures to protect themselves, as well as those nearby who have not been fully vaccinated. The pandemic's wrecking the planet, and it's something that we must all bear. We should have more empathy while working together to control the virus, so we may all soon see the light at the end of the tunnel.